Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
So today our topic trigonometric identities. Okay, na? First we will learn the trigonometric identities and then we go into the exercise. Okay. First identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. And the second identity is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. And the third identity is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Listen carefully. ఈ ఐడెంటిటీస్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. వీటితో పాటుగా వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిమెంబర్ ఆల్సో ద రెసిప్రోకల్స్ పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ. I will write all the formulas. I will list out all the formulas now on the board, which is very important to solve the fourth exercise of trigonometry or trigonometric identities. See, first one is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. From this we can derive two formulas more. Like again secant square minus tan square theta is equal to 1. From this again we can derive the other two formulas. And the third formula cosecant square minus cot square theta is equal to 1. And from this also again we can derive more two formulas. Many students we will get confused remembering in this formula only, in this identities only. Suppose they will misplace the tan with cot and cot with cos like that. So to avoid that we have to remember some keywords to remember this all. See, first letter S and C. Supreme Court, you remember Supreme Court, SC. జనరల్గా ఈ సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ని ఎస్సీ అంటారు. న్యూస్లో కానీ ప్రింటింగ్ మీడియా, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మీడియా దే విల్ యూస్ ఎస్సీ ఫర్ సుప్రీం కోర్ట్. దట్ మీన్స్ సైన్ అండ్ కాస్. ఎస్సీ స్టాండ్ ఫర్ సైన్ అండ్ కాస్. సీత, SETA, సీత. జస్ట్ రీడ్ లైక్ దట్. ఓకేనా? That means secant and tan. So if you remember this one and then we can write remaining all easy only. Okay na? The confusion is only with secant square minus tan square. We don't tell. We will tell cosecant square minus tan square or secant square minus cos square something. We will mix all and we will create some new identities. So avoid that. You remember these keywords. Supreme Court to Sita and this one is the Coco game. Do you know Coco game? It's a very famous game in AP, Telangana states, Telugu states. We like so much. Like Kabaddi only we will like so much. Okay na? Mostly in Telugu states. I don't know about other states they will play or not. They like it or not. But in Telugu states from my childhood everybody likes Coco game. That is also one of the famous game like Kabaddi. Okay, this is Coco, Sita, Supreme Court. So that means secant to tan one pair and cosecant to cot one pair, Coco. Cosecant and cot. So if you remember these three identities and we can derive remaining six formulas very easily. Okay now. Sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. Then we can write sin square theta is equal to cos square you transpose that side. Only cos square we are transposing. Which we are transposing that sign will be changed. So 1 minus cos square theta. Cos square theta is equal to sin square theta you transpose that side 1 minus sin square theta. Okay na? Okay, these are the two formulas. Now from secant square minus tan square. You get minus tan square you transpose that side we will get secant square theta. Secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. 1 plus tan square theta. If you want to derive for tan square the formula, just transpose the minus 1 to this side. Tan square theta is equal to minus when you are transpose that means secant square theta minus 1 it becomes. Okay na? So here see secant square means 1 plus tan. 1 will be positive. Tan square means secant square minus 1. 1 will be plus, 1 will be minus. Okay na? Next cosecant square, cosecant square minus cot square. Cot square you transpose that first we will get cosecant square. So cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus quad square theta. If you transpose cosecant square, quad square, sorry. If you transpose quad square, then we will get cosecant square is equal to 1 plus quad square. If you want to quad square theta formula, then we will just transpose the 1 to the LHS again. Quad square theta is equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. Plus 1 become the minus 1. Okay now. So these are the 6 formulas again. So if you are good at this formula, then you will do easily trigonometric identities. Understand? Along with this, we will use the reciprocals mostly. There are 4 types of formulas in this exercise, in this chapter. One is ratios, like sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. That is one section formula. That we don't use in the last exercise, in this identities. In solving identities, we don't use that formulas. And the second other type is table. Table also we don't use in this identities. And third category, sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. There are trigonometric identities are there, ratios are there. That also we don't use. We use only these identities and reciprocals. Reciprocals means sin theta is equal to 1 by cosecant theta. Okay na? And cos theta is equal to 1 by secant theta. Tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta, or else we can also use sin theta by cos theta. We can use the both. Okay na? Next, cosecant theta is equal to 1 by secant theta, or else 1 by sin theta, or else we can 1 by sin theta only we can use. Secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, and cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta, or else we can use cos theta by sin theta. These 6 reciprocals and these 6 formulas from the identities, 6 formulas from the reciprocals. These only we are going to use in the topic trigonometric identities. So every problem we will without the formula. This formula we don't use. We cannot solve any problem. So first we have to need the command on this formula. Then only we can solve the problem. Okay na? So other than this we don't use any other formulas. Okay. So note down this and learn it. Okay, student. Now let us solve some questions from the R.D. Sharma trigonometric identities. Okay na? Now we are going to solve. Today we are going to solve 1 to 10 questions perfectly. After solving the questions, you have to practice today only, and if possible, you have to write a test on yourself. It's not mandatory, but you have to write on yourself in evening time. Okay. So first question, because these are very easy questions only, basic questions. 1 minus cos square A into cosecant square A is equal to 1. We have to get one answer. This is single step answer. See, 1 minus cos square A. 1 minus cos square A we can write. Sin square A we can write. Look here. 1 minus cos square A. What formula we can use? What changes we can do? First you get 1 minus cos square A by using the SC, Supreme Court, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We can get cos square if we transpose that side, sin square theta is equal to, we can get 1 minus cos square theta. We will get again sin. We will get here sin in this place, in this part we can make sin, and the sin and cosecant both are the reciprocals themselves. Okay na? So we can get one easily. So like that, first you should get an idea whether we are getting the required answer or not. First check yourself first. So then go into the answer. See, conversions we can do into many. Unnecessarily, necessarily we can do into many. But where is required and what is required, that only we have to be changed. That's it. Understand? Suppose now cosecant square is there. Cosecant square we can write as a quad square minus 1. From this the cosecant square minus quad square, we can write cosecant square is equal to quad square minus 1 we can write. But what is the use of it? Okay, now so we can convert into many. There will be many possibilities, but we have to change. But we have to use formula or identity. We have to change what is required and where is required exactly. That we have to notice and find out it. Then the problem solving will be very easy. 1 minus cos square we can write, we can convert into sin square. Then sin square into cosecant square, both are the reciprocals, they will be cancel easily. So that we have to imagine first. So 1 minus cos square we can write as a sin square a into cosecant square a is there, right? Cosecant square a only, and the next step we have to convert. We need to get 1. That means both should be cancelled. So where is the chance to get 1? Cosecant square we can write as a sin square a into cosecant square a we can write as a 1 by sin square a. Just now we learned the formula. Sin and cosecant are the reciprocal themselves. Sin a is equal to 1 by cosecant a. Sin a is equal to 1 by cosecant a. But here cosecant square is there, but no problem. We can write 1 by sin square a. When squares and cubes also there, also we can use the reciprocals, not identities, but we can use the reciprocals. Now sin square will be cancelled. 1 into 1, 1. Okay, na? So this is the first problem from the R.D. Sharma. Okay, now second question from the R.D. Sharma, see. 1 plus cot square a into sin square a is equal to 1. This is the formula. Here also we can do two types of conversions. Sin square we can write as a 1 minus cos square a by using the identity. Sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square we can convert. 1 plus quad square we can write cosecant square a. Cosecant square a is equal to 1 plus quad square, that also we can convert. So what is important, which is required exactly? We need to get only 1, right? So where is the chance to get 1? See, 1 plus quad square we can write as a cosecant square. If we change it only this one, cosecant square, again cosecant into sin. Cosecant square into sin square, both are reciprocal, right? So they will be get cancelled easily. So write the formula first. Cosecant square theta minus quad square theta is equal to 1. Quad square theta you transfer that side. Cosecant square theta is equal to quad, if you transfer it become 1 plus quad square theta. So 1 plus quad square we can replace with cosecant square theta. Yes or no? So now cosecant square theta into sin square. Cosecant square a is equal to sin square a. Cosecant and sin both are reciprocals. So only change, we need to change just only 1. Again cosecant we can write as a 1 by sin square a into sin square a. Don't take light these small problems, because these small problems only help us to understand the formulas first. Using a formula, command on the formula. This will be helpful in the problem solving in the big problems. Okay, na? So first work out on these small problems first perfectly. Then usage of formula will be improved. Then we can understand the problem solving of the big problems easily, right? Sin square theta cancel. That means one time. 1 into 1, how much? Okay, na? Next. Question number 3 from R.D. Sharma again. Secant square theta minus 1. Next. Cosecant square theta minus 1. Secant square theta minus 1, cosecant square theta minus 1. We need to get 1. We have to show 1. Our answer should be 1. Secant square theta minus 1. What we can convert from formula? Secant. Where we will, what is the formula for secant? Secant square minus tan square. Theta. Secant square minus tan square. Okay. Write one time. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. We need secant square. Tan square theta transpose that side, or secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, na? 1 also transpose this side. Secant square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta. Secant square theta minus 1, we can get to tan square. Like the previous problem, if we solve the only one, if we replace the only one, shall we get 1? It is not possible here. Because here we will get this one is a tan square, but tan square and this one cannot be cancelled. Again, cosecant square minus 1 also can be written as from the identity cosecant square theta minus 1 is equal to, we can write cot square theta. We will get a tan here, we will get cot here, we will get tan. Tan and cot are reciprocals. Tan and cot are the reciprocals, then they will be get cancelled. So like that we will, in the previous problem we changed the only one, not sign, not the second one. But here we need to be changed 2. That is the requirement here. Secant square theta minus 1 we can replace with tan square theta into cosecant square theta minus 1 we can replace with cot square theta. Now tan cot are the reciprocals. Tan is equal to 1 by cot, cot is equal to 1 by tan. We can use any. So I am using the cot square theta, tan square theta into. So cot formula we can use cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. 1 by tan theta. So 1 by tan square theta. So tan square theta get cancelled. The answer is 1. Okay, na? Easier. Next one. Fourth one. Tan theta plus 1 by tan theta is equal to secant theta into cosecant theta. So nothing sign mentioned here. Secant theta, cosecant theta I said. That means it is in between secant and cosecant we have multiplication into. Okay, now. So tan theta plus 1 by tan theta. So now let us think. There is a chance to get secant theta and cosecant theta. See, first if we simplify, like LCM, if we simplify, tan into tan we will get to tan square theta. Tan square theta plus 1, numerator become the tan square theta plus 1. Tan square theta plus 1 by tan theta we will get. So first let us do that. Tan theta into tan theta. Suppose I told you one shortcut, 3 plus 1 by 5. How to do this? How to solve this one? Just multiply the 5 into 3. 5 into 3 plus 1 by 5. Yes or no? 5 3s are 15 plus 1 by 5. Like that we will do with numbers. The same way we have to do like here also. Tan into tan. Tan theta into tan theta plus 1 by tan theta. Tan theta into tan theta. Tan square theta plus 1 by tan theta. Tan square theta plus 1 we can convert into secant square theta. See, we got already secant. Secant square theta. Secant square theta by tan theta. Okay, na? One identity we got. So how can we get secant and cosecant? We got only secant square. We got secant square, but here secant into cosecant is there. So that means here tan should not be there. Okay, na? The required answer is secant and cosecant. So there is no tan related. There is no cot even. If the cot is there, we can convert 1 by tan into cot. 1 by tan we can convert is, we can convert to cot, but cot is not there. Only secant cosecants are there. So tan should not be there. Tan should not be there means what we should do tan, what we should change. We cannot convert even into cot. Then what we should do? Cot should be converted into sin cos. Cos, sin by cos. See, this is analyze. You have to analyze like this. What is required and what changes we can do. Tan can be converted into 2-3 types. Tan we can convert it into by using the identities. Switch on the fan. Tan can be converted into 1 by cot. and tan also can be converted into secant square, root of secant square theta minus 1. So there are 2-3 chances are there to convert, but why I am converting tan into secant and cosecant? Because tan I am converting to sin cos, because sin cos we will get from the secant and cosecant only, right? So right, see, secant square I am not changing anything, but tan I am writing as a sin theta by cos theta. So first we understood that tan should not be there. There are 2 chances. Tan can be converted into cot, 1 by cot, but cot also not required here. So what is the second chance? We can convert into sin by cos. Now let us see how do we change this fraction secant square theta into sin by cos. We can write as a cos theta by sin theta, cos theta by sin theta. Okay na? Cos theta by sin theta. It become reciprocals with multiplication. The denominator we can write into numerator with multiplication. Secant square theta is there. Secant square we can write as a secant theta into secant theta. Or cos we can write as a cos by sin we can write as a cos theta into 1 by sin theta. Cos into 1 cos by sin theta, cos by sin theta. See, secant theta into secant theta we can write as a 1 by cos. This secant we can write as a 1 by cos into cos theta into 1 by sin theta we can write as a cosecant theta, right? Cos get cancelled. So what is the answer remains left to secant into cosecant? Secant theta into cosecant theta. Secant theta into cosecant theta we got. So here the difficulty level starts here. From here we need only one secant, but we got secant square ante oka secant cancel avvali. That is the first thing. And a tan should not be there. We need to get cosecant, but a tan we cannot get from the identity, so we used the reciprocal. Tan can be converted as a 1 by cot and also cos by sin by cos. We not used the 1 by cot because the cot cot not required there. So we used sin by cos. So by that what happened? Sin by cos, one secant will be eliminated and 1 by sin can be written as a cosecant. Okay na? So this is the way we should think. Understood? Next solve cheste meeku ardhamaitadi. Okay, now let us solve the fifth question. Question number 5. Cos theta by 1 plus sin theta is equal to 1 minus sin theta by cos theta. Look here, this is very easy. Now by just observation in seconds, I understood what the step I required to do. Okay na? So how I got this? See, cos theta by 1 plus sin theta is there. And the required answer is 1 minus sin theta should come in the numerator. But numerator we have only cos. But where is the chance to get 1 minus sin theta? It's not at all possible to get. Because cos square we can write as a 1 minus sin square. Even it here cos square also not there. Cos we can write as a 1 by secant. But secant is not useful there. So what is the step we should proceed? So by converting any of this, we don't get this 1 minus sin theta by cos theta. 1 plus sin theta we cannot convert to any one. So for that what I am doing here, 1 plus sin theta is there, just we have to multiply it 1 minus sin theta with like rationalizing factoring. In rational numbers how we will do? Like that 1 plus sin theta we can convert into, we should multiply it to 1 minus sin theta by 1 minus sin theta. We are multiplying with 1 minus sin theta by 1 minus sin theta. So by that what happened? Numerator we will get 1 minus sin theta and this cos will be get cancelled later. Baga vinali. cos individual cos and 1 plus sin theta. We cannot convert anything and we don't get 1 minus sin theta by cos theta in the numerator and denominator. Okay na? Now see, cos into 1 minus sin theta. Don't multiply, just write that set. 1 cos into 1 minus sin theta. We should not multiply. If we multiply it, we don't get 1 minus sin theta again. We need only 1 minus sin theta. So 1 minus sin theta is let it be only. If you multiply it and again we have to need to be convert again. Okay na? In general we have to multiply if you take. But we should not multiply because the required answer is 1 minus sin theta. So always we need to be focused on the what is the required answer, what do we do. Understand? Now 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta. So these both are, we need cos. So that means we can multiply this both. So 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta. Okay. This is in the form of a plus b, a minus b. So what is the formula for a plus b into a minus b? A square minus b square. See, do you know one thing? The a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a cube plus b cube, a plus b whole cube. These all are we will use in this identities, solving identities. These all formulas. Okay na? If you learn only the trigonometric ideas and if you forget remaining all the formulas without knowing the a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube or a cube plus b cube, a cube minus b cube, we will fail in solving identities. Somewhere like this we have to use this formula also, a plus b whole square, a square minus b square. Right? A square minus b square, that means what? So cos theta into 1 minus sin theta, we should not multiply because the numerator is this one only. We should not convert it. So a plus b, a minus b, what we will be? A square minus b square, that means 1 square minus sin square theta. 1 square and 1, so we can write 1 also. So cos theta into 1 minus sin theta by 1 minus sin theta by cos square theta. Now cos and cos square in 1 cos will be cancelled. Okay na? 1 cos will be cancelled, that means when we will get 1 minus sin theta by cos theta we will get. So that is the required answer. Okay na? Yes. So sometimes these problems, by converting any of them we don't get anything. So just we should multiply the rationalizing factor, like we should take the opposite sign and multiply it, then we will get the thing. Okay na? Next, 6th question, see. Cos square a plus 1 by 1 plus cot square a. Cos square a plus, we should get 1. We need to get 1. So cos square cancel avali, cot square cancel avali, mottham cancel అయిపోవాలి. అలా కావాలి. Cos square we can convert into 1 minus sin square, or we can convert into 1 by cosecant square. These are the 2 chances for convert to cos square. Cos square we can write as a 1 by cosecant square, and we can write 1 minus sin square. 2 chances. 1 plus cot square, what we can write? Cosecant square. 1 plus cot square, cosecant square. So 1 by cosecant square, what I can write again? 1 by cosecant square, sin square. 1 by cosecant square, it is equal to sin square. So cos square plus sin square is equal to 1 again. సినిమాకి వెళ్ళే ముందు సినిమాని ముందే ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకుంటాం, ఏమవుతుందో ముందే అడుగుతా, గోగుతారు సినిమా చూసి ఏమైందిరా చెప్పు ఎట్లుంది సినిమా. వి విల్ టేక్ రివ్యూ, వి విల్ ఆస్క్, వాడు చెప్తాడు అట్లా ఉంది ఎట్లా ఉంది సూపర్ అట్లా ఉంది అంటే ఏ బావాల్సింది ఇక లాభం లేదు. ఓకేనా? ఇక్కడ క్లైమాక్స్ వరకు, till the climax, till the end, we have to first what rough structure we have to imagine, what changes are required and what not to do. Okay now, cos square a, just we keep it like that only. Okay now, if you touch the any unnecessary thing, then it will be disturb the solution. If you convert the cos square into 1 by secant square లేదా 1 minus sin square a, then it will be disturbed definitely. Okay na? Or it will be take long, it will go long more. So don't convert cos square like that only, let it be only. And 1 by 1 plus cot square, 1 plus cot square we can write as a cosecant square a, coco, Cot వచ్చిందంటే ఏం రావాలి? Cosecant square A. 1 plus cot square A become cosecant square A. 1 by cosecant square A we can write as a sin square A, right? Sin square A plus cos square A value 1. Already you learned the formulas as sin square A plus cos square is equal to 1. And some of you don't accept, some people they don't accept cos square A plus sin square A also 1. Why? Because sin square A plus cos square A is 1. They will tell, they will think. Okay na? So that plus, that is not a problem. Cos square A plus 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2 both are the same. So cos square A plus sin square A or sin square A plus cos square A both are equal to 1 only. Okay. Now the question number 7 from the R.D. Sharma. 1 minus cos theta by sin theta. We need to prove sin theta by 1 plus cos theta. See, just like the fifth one. 1 minus cos theta we cannot convert into any. There is no identity, even though reciprocal also. Reciprocal we can write. Cos we can write as a 1 by secant. But what is the use of it? We need sin theta in the numerator and 1 plus cos theta in the denominator. So what we should do? What formula? What formula? We rationalize the denominator right here. We rationalize the denominator and we multiply it, right? Now we have to multiply the rationalized numerator like 1 minus cos theta. It is not, we cannot call it rationalization, but like the rationalizing. How we will do in rationalization? In 9th class we learned it. Like that 1 minus cos this is the for that just opposite. 1 plus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. See, in the numerator 1 minus cos theta, the denominator we should get 1 plus cos, just opposite. So that means we should take 1 minus cos theta into that opposite 1 plus cos theta by 1 plus cos theta. Then only you should understand. 1 minus cos theta into 1 plus cos theta. A plus b into a minus b. What we will get? A square minus b square by the denominator we should not multiply because we need 1 plus cos theta in the denominator. We should not multiply into the bracket. Just let it be only. So sin theta into 1 plus cos theta. 1 minus 1 square value 1 only. 1 minus cos square it become 1 minus cos square. What we can write? 1 minus cos square. It's a sin square. Sin square theta by sin theta into 1 plus cos theta. Sin, one sin will be cancelled. So sin theta by 1 plus cos theta is the answer. Okay na? 5th and 7th are both are same. Just we rationalize denominator, we rationalize numerator. That's it. Opposite. Okay na? Copy it firstly. Now the question number 8. Sin theta by 1 minus cos theta is equal to, we need to show cosecant theta plus cot theta. By doing the what changes, we can get the cosecant and cot. Instantly we don't get any idea. See, sin we can convert into 1 by cosecant. 1 by cosecant. But cosecant plus cot should be there. 1 minus cos and cos should not be there.